back plane. It's pretty beat up. It's got a decent amount of rust. It's not too badly pitted. It's more of a patina, but you know it's not very nice. There's some paint on the bottom. There's some gunk here on the side. There's some dirt and dust on the inside here. So I'm going to show you how to take one of these apart. It's real easy for those of you who don't know how to do it. So the first step we're going to do is take off the blade, and for that we're going to take off the lever cap first, which is this clamping mechanism here. You just pull on this top piece, and that'll come off. Very rusty, very gunky, so this will all be good with electrolysis. Next, the blade and chip breaker assembly come off in the unit. To remove them from each other, you take a fake screwdriver and twist that apart, and they come apart. Alright, both are pretty rusty. Got some good gunk on them. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take out this screw here. This adjusts the clamping pressure. So we're going to take that all the way out. Now let's see, the next thing we want to do, we're going to take the frog off, which is this adjuster part where the blade fits. It kind of looks like a frog. So there's two screws in here. Now this is all with a flathead screwdriver. You want to make sure you get a nice big one. Pretty heavy duty screws for the most part. There's one. And we'll take this other one off. Alright, so there's two screws, and that's what holds this on. Very yucky underneath there. Lots of wood chips. Lots and lots of wood chips. Lots of wood chips, as you can see right there underneath. So we're going to sweep that away. Blow that out. Use the air gun here. Alright. So there's not too much left here. There's a little screw here that's used to adjust this piece back and forth inside the hand plane, the frog. We're going to take that out. There's that screw. Now next we're going to take the handles off. So we'll do the front one here first. That's coming off easy. Which is always nice. Now these are brass screws on the top, and they've aged quite a bit. So when we're putting this all back together, we'll polish that up. Now, for those of you who might be wondering, this is a Bailey plane. It's made in the United States of America, which is pretty cool. And for the 3 planes that we bought at the auction, they were $13. They came as a set, which is pretty cheap for hand planes. You can really get nice quality made hand planes for prices like that, pretty common at yard sales and other, auctions. You just have to put the time and effort into cleaning it up. There we go. Alright, so there's the handle, both handles. Make sure we don't mess up which screws go where. So we'll just put that in there. And this one here. And I believe it was this one goes here. So, I'm going to take this threaded rod out. Alright, so there we go. These are all the parts for the hand plane. So we'll just kind of line some of these up together here. Now one of the things I thought was kind of interesting, I thought about this a little bit the other night. Why would they call it the frog? Well, I guess it kind of looks like one. If you think about it kind of hard, this would be, I would think, would be the tongue kind of shooting out, and then this would be the back of the frog, and then this would kind of be like the front legs of the frog. Like that kind of shape. So maybe that's why they call it that. I don't know. Alright, so some other things here. We've got to unthread this piece of brass here. This is a knob that's used to adjust the blade in and out for depth of cut. There's one more screw here. Take that off the frog. There we go. Luckily this wasn't rusted too bad, otherwise some of these screws might have broken or some other things. So if your hand plane, you find an old hand plane that's that bad where stuff is breaking as you take it apart, then it's probably not worth restoring. Because it'll be too far gone. For the most part, if you're breaking a lot of things, like screws or blades are coming apart or the handles are completely gone, they're rotted all the way through, there's heavy pitting in the body. Alright, so I think that is everything now. Put this stuff together here. There we go. Alright, we got our hand plane all disassembled. And then the next video I'm going to do is going to cover electrolysis, and we're going to put these metal components into the electrolysis tank and everything. And it's going to clean all this rust off and everything, hopefully. And we'll have some nice clean hand plane parts ready for oiling and reassembly and sharpening and flattening. Alright, I think that covers everything. And then after we do the electrolysis video, we'll do one on restoring the handles. We're going to sand these lightly, smooth them out and put some finish on them, maybe some polyurethane or shellac, I don't know. And then we'll do a video on flattening the bottom of the plane and some of the other parts. And then we'll do one on sharpening, and then